Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sways Computers, Episode 8, Printers. Introduction. Welcome to another episode of Sways Computers, the series that helps people learn more about computers and technology. In today's episode, I'll be explaining the second half of visual output, the printer. We'll learn what they are, the types of printers out there, briefly how to install and configure them, and what you need to know about printer maintenance. Now let's begin. What is a printer? A printer is an electrical mechanical device which transfers visual data from a computer to a piece of paper so that we can see it. We still rely on printers today because we still prefer paper to its digital alternatives. Printers were one of the earliest ways we developed to show visual data that is easy for us to understand. Printers can be connected to computers via USB, Ethernet, or even wirelessly today, and used to be connected via parallel and serial cables and ports in the past. Types of printers. There are 5 main types of printers: impact, inkjet, laser, thermal, and virtual. I'll now briefly go over each one. Impact. Impact printers are the oldest type of printers out there. They're named this because the printhead physically impacts the paper through an inked ribbon, leaving behind an impression. There are 2 main types of impact printers: daisy wheel and dot matrix. Impact printers are still used today due to the fact that they can print effectively on multi-part forms, and they are easily readable, especially daisy wheel printers. Inkjet. Inkjet printers spray ink onto the paper to make the image. They are commonly used on photo printers today because the quality has become that good. They are sometimes referred to as bubble jet printers, but the phrase is copyrighted by Canon. Inkjet printers are typically cheaper than impact printers to purchase because they have less parts. Laser. Laser printers work via magnetism and laser light. The ink, which is called toner, is charged negatively and is attracted to the parts of the print drum which have been exposed to light via the laser, which causes it to change its charge. You should never touch the drum itself, as that can render it useless for the laser printing process. After ink is transferred from the drum to the paper, it is quickly melted to stick to the paper. This is why pages can be slightly a bit warm when accessing these types of printers. I strongly recommend not trying to fix a laser printer that will not print unless you are a trained professional. There are parts inside that can kill you. Also, the laser inside is wired to only work when the printer cover is closed, as it is damaging to your eyes. Thermal. The previous 3 printer types cover about 90% of all the printers out there, and which trained technicians like myself will and can repair and maintain. Thermal printers are usually found in older fax machines and many point-of-sale terminals. You may have seen one when you went to the grocery store or other retail place. They use heat to change the color of the heat-sensitive paper to form the words and images you see. They're usually sensitive to sunlight and will darken if left out in the sun or other bright lights too long. These types of printers usually have long lives because they have few moving parts. Virtual. The final type of printer I'm going to discuss doesn't have a physical component. Instead, it's just software in your computer which can send desired output to a file instead of to a printer. This process has been around for about 20 years and works just like printing to any other type of printer. A common virtual printer is one for creating PDFs. Installation and configuration of printers. Most people today, if they own a computer, also own a printer. I'm not going to get into specifics here about how to install or configure a specific printer, but will say you should follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation and configuration. Windows, Linux, and Macs all have a printer area in their control panel where you can access the configuration utility after installation if you ever need to change a setting. Linux might be harder if you aren't using a GUI, but I'm not a Linux fan either, so I really don't know much about this and should seek help if you need it from a Linux expert. Printer maintenance. Good printer maintenance is important for keeping a printer running smoothly. Keep an eye on the ink level of ink first of all. For impact printers, you need to check the ribbon. Inkjets can tell you via the control panel how much ink is in each tank, while you should keep an eye on the level of toner in a laser printer. Also for laser printers, every so often you need to change the rollers, which move the paper and squeeze the toner to the paper before it is fused. You may also need to change the fusion assembly if you notice the toner not sticking to the paper anymore. Just remember that good maintenance is key to a printer's longevity. Conclusion. In today's episode, I explained about printers, what they are, the various types of printers, and what you need to know about installation, configuration, and maintenance. Once again, thank you all for your support of my videos. Your support is what enables me to continue making these videos. Don't forget to check out the blog, and if you need computer help in Edmonton, please feel free to contact me. I'd love to help you out. Thank you very much, and have a nice week. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.